Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Trading Made Easy right here on YouTube. I'm certainly glad that you find yourself here. Today, I want to talk about the dollar, and I'm going to do a quick analysis. So I want to take you along with me. I want to show you simple, easy ways that I look at the market, simple, easy ways that I trade. So today, I'm going to show you what I do with the DXY and how I use that information to confirm what the dollar is doing and also to confirm what our simplicity trading system is telling us. So before we begin, I use the simplicity trading system. In my opinion, it is the absolute best indicator trading system because it's so true to market structure. For those of you that do not have the system, I suggest that you get the system. Of course, you'll be able to get that utilizing the link that's inside the description of the video. But before you purchase it, or if you were thinking about it and that kind of thing, just watch the video, watch some of my previous videos as well, and you can see how simple it is to use the system because it gives you a very, what can I say, strong visual insight as to what price is doing. Often, you don't have to try to figure it out. Now, I am a big proponent for the knowledge and learning the skill, and I do teach that as well. But for those of you that are completely new, it's just perfect for you, right? While you're learning, you can certainly be utilizing the system to profit in the market. So that information to be there. So let's talk about it. Now, the DXY, I'm actually on TradingView right now, and I'm on the DXY. Now, the DXY, for those of you that do not know, the DXY simply shows us what the value of the dollar is. It gives us the performance of the dollar, just the dollar. It's not traded against any other currency pair, just the dollar. Now, this information is valuable because when we know what the trend is or what the patterns is going on the dollar, then we know what we can expect when we look at the pairs that the dollar is trading against. Make sense? So right now we're looking at the DXY. Now I do, just like any other analysis or pair, I like to start on the higher time frame, and I do go to the daily, right? I want to see what is price doing on the daily. What is price doing on the daily? So I immediately can see that we've reached a level of support. We've reached a level of support right in here. You see how price is just dangling around this area. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab me a horizontal and drop a support line, right? Drop a support line. At the end of the day, everything rises and everything falls on market structure. So you always want to be identifying market structure. What is market structure? Support and resistance, trend lines, channels, patterns, market structure. And price does this all day, every day in the market, not just the DXY, but all currencies do that. So you always want to be looking for these patterns on every time frame that you happen to be on. And so that's what I've identified here. Also, what else do I see here? I do see it, of course, this downward trend here. So I'm gonna go ahead on and identify that as well. Price is moving down in this area right there, right? And of course, it moved down. It reached the floor, right? It reached the floor support. I am looking for price to come back up, and also, let's see here. Yep, I'm looking for a reversal. Basically, just seeing what I see right here. I'm looking for a reversal. Now, remember, the stronger the time frame, the stronger the structure. And so this structure right here, this ceiling right here, did not break below, basically, and that's where we are here as well. So I'm looking for price to push back up. I'm looking for price to push back up. So with that, let's go ahead and drop down, and let's go ahead and drop to the hour. Let's drop to the hour, right? So far, what I'm looking at on the DXY is for a reversal. I'm looking for the dollar to reverse that downward trend and start going up in a bullish move. Now, how does that relate to the other pairs that you're trading the dollar against, like the Euro USD or the USD CAD or any dollar pair that you're trading? whatever's happening with the dollar on the DXY is happening with the dollar on those other pairs as well. So I would be looking for a reversal. I'm looking for price to reverse, right? So I'm gonna show you that on the system as well. What I'm doing is just based on market structure that I see. Let me just straighten this out, right? Straighten out that trend line right there. So I do see that here. Bear with me one moment. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to do as well is I am going to put my MACD on here. I'm going to put my MACD on here because that's what oops, I don't want that one. I want that one. That's what I use. Okay. That's what I use. So I don't need both of these. Let's take that off. Okay. So now as far as the MACD, this is what I'm looking at. Now remember, I said that we've reached the level of support. I'm on the hour time frame as well, right? Reached the level of support here. Okay, did not break, right? Okay, so that still stands, that still holds. Okay, now what I'm looking for, because I believe that price is preparing to rally back up, and let's go ahead on and drop what? A resistance line, right? How far up we're looking at. And we just basically looking for areas where our price is generally hovering around the same area. Now, the best way to do this until you can just kind of do it without the line chart is to drop down to the line chart so that you can actually see where those points are where price is generally in the same area. So as you can see right here, price came down, bounced up, down, bounced up. And then, so that was support. Then it broke through, came back up and became resistance. You see where it comes up there, drops, comes up here, drop. And right here, it came. And then what did it do? It dropped. So this is the area of resistance that I've identified. So I'm looking for price to reverse at around in this area here and rally back up. Rally back up to where? To this point right there. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at on the DXY. Also, what I also notice here is a little divergence, and that's a real good thing because divergence is an indication of a reversal, right? So you just connect the 2 points on the MACD, right? The white line is what I'm looking at, and I connect the bottom to where it's currently going. And as you can see, this is when it's divergent. When on your indicator, price is going the opposite way of what's actually of the direction it's going on your candles. So on the candles, as you can see, we are bearish, right? We are bearish. We're going down. However, on the MACD, we're going up. That's divergence, and that is a strong indication that we are looking for a bullish move. Very, very confident in that. The only thing that we don't know is when it's going to happen, right? But we know that's what price is setting up to do. All we can do is read what price is telling us and position ourselves. Now, do we just jump in? No, there's other entry confirmations that we look for. So that's what's going on with the DXY. Let me drop down here too. That's what's going on with the DXY. Yep, so we definitely bearish going down here. We're bearish. And on our MACD, yep, MACD still same thing. Yeah, definite divergence. Okay, so we're looking for a bullish move, right? We're looking for a bullish move. Now what we're going to do is go over to our chart. We're going to go over to our chart. So let us share that screen. Share that screen. Okay, so you should be seeing the chart now with the Simplicity trading system. And where are we? USD CAD. We're USD CAD. Now remember, so whatever's happening on the DXY for the dollar is happening on with the pair that is trading against as well. So what we've seen on the DXY is that the dollar has reached a level of support, right? So it was in a bearish movement. It reached the floor and it reached that level, and we have divergence, right? Which indicates a reversal as well. So we do expect for the dollar to rally back up, which would be what? Bullish. That's what you're looking at right here. So we're on the hour time frame. I always like to start on the daily, right? So we're on the daily, and voila, we're bullish on the trend is bullish on the daily. Price is inside of the demand zone, right? That has reached that ceiling. I'm sorry, that floor that we saw on the DXY. It reached the level of what? Of support. So once you reach a key level of support, provided other indications support the move, you should expect for buyers to start coming into the market and push price up. Now, our system, what you're looking at, gives us that visual. So you don't have to try to figure these things out, right? So if you're new, you absolutely need the system. If you're struggling, you need the system. You really do, because why trade hard when you can trade easy, right? So price is inside the demand zone, which is where buyers begin to accumulate. Now, just because price is there doesn't mean you jump in. So I'm not saying that. There are other entry confirmations that we look for. This is just confirming what price wants to do. Remember, we figure out what price want to do based on what we're looking at, and then we follow price when price meet our entry confirmations. That's all we do. Simple and easy. And we leverage this simplicity trading system to give us that market structure type indications of what price is doing, because that is how price rises and falls on market structure, bottom line, right? Okay, so that's where we are. Now, on the daily. So the daily overall is bullish. Price is in the demand zone, right? So what we're looking for is for price to come out. Now, not on the daily though, because remember, the daily is 24 hours of buying and selling. We're not waiting for price to come out of the demand zone on the daily to take our trade. Not if you're a position trader, you're a real swing trader like the daily and above, then yeah. But that's not me. I'm going to drop down to my 15. Let's go to the 30 first, because I enter off of the 15 though. But let's go to the 30. Okay, what are we looking at on the 30? We're looking for at a buy, right? It's very consistent. It's consistent with the daily. It's also consistent with the DXY. That's the key. The DXY told us what the performance of the dollar is doing, and we just following that. So that is how you leverage some other tools like the DXY. Unfortunately, we don't have a index for other currency pairs, other countries' currency, just the DXY. So we just leverage that, right? So what does that give us? That gives us insight, that gives us leverage on all of the USD pairs, USD JPY, USD CAD, Euro USD, all of the USD SHEP. So your primary USD, so whatever pair you're trading, if USD is primary, then you should be looking for buys, because that's what price is telling us it wants to do. So we have the USD CAD is same thing, right? Same thing. We're looking for buys to come out of here. And again, entry confirmations determine when you get in, but we know the direction that price is going in. Now, if you did not know anything about the DXY, or you don't quite understand it and all of that stuff, guess what? The system is telling you that. But here's my thing. It's important to understand the backstory. It's important to understand the backstory. The system is going to do all the heavy lifting for you, and that's great. Don't get me wrong, that is great. But you want to know the backstory. You want, so you can get that confidence, so that you can build your understanding of price movement and different things that price does to confirm what it wants to do. That creates a very empowered trader, and that's what we're striving for. So in the beginning, while you're learning that, let the system, take you on the ride. Let the system do what it's going to do for you while you're learning that. Okay, so that's USD CAD, consistent, right? Now, like I said, I like the 15, 15, bam, consistent, right? We're going up. Everything says that the dollar wants to go up from the DXY to everything else that you've seen. We also have what? We have divergence. We have divergence, right? And we have divergence. Let's go up, right? Okay, so, oops. Our chart is pushing back, auto scroll. Okay, so if I'm sorry, let me just move it over here. Okay, so we are from the low, just follow where price is going. That's all. Price isn't going down here, right? Price is moving up. Bam. Okay. Okay, now that we've identified that, what is price doing on the chart? It's moving what? Down. That is divergence. That's simple. Not deep at all, right? What you want to know about divergence is that it is a reversal indication, and a pretty strong one too. We love to see divergence because we know that that reversal is about to happen. We just don't know when, right? That's why you have entry confirmations that you follow. You don't just jump in trades, okay? So that's USD CAD. We're just looking at the consistency anyway. Let's go here. Yeah, so we're on the daily. Okay, we're on the daily. All right, we're on the daily. There we go. Okay, so let's go to Euro USD, right? Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD, remember, now the dollar is the secondary pair. Dollar is the secondary pair now, right? So it's going to be the opposite. So we know we're looking, the dollar itself is preparing to go bullish, right? And so if the dollar is secondary, it's going to be the opposite. It'll be bearish, but it's giving you the same strength, if you will. It's not saying that the dollar is weak. It's the secondary pair. So hopefully that makes sense. So you do still see the bullish activity, but that's not as a result. That's as a result of the downward trend that the DXY was on. So if the DXY is in a bearish trend on any pair that you trade where the dollar is secondary, is going to be the opposite. Is going to be the opposite. Okay. Now, when the primary pair, if you have a bullish move like you have here, that's telling you that the primary currency is stronger. Is stronger. That's when you see that bullish move. So this is telling us that the euro, right, the strength, the value of the euro is stronger than the strength or the value of the dollar. That's what that means. So if you have a downward trend, that's telling you that the value of the dollar as a secondary pair is stronger than the value of the primary pair, in this case, the euro. So it makes sense, because if the dollar on the DXY is getting what? Stronger, is preparing to reverse, is preparing to go back in a bullish run, that's strength. That's strength. So every USD pair that's secondary, you're going to see a bearish move. So I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense, right? And so understanding that is key. But again, our system gives you this, you can look and see what price is trying to do, simply because we have our supply and demand zones right here, these boxes, that tells us what price is doing. But again, backstory is key. And all my information is in the description, how you can get access to the Telegram group. I've made some changes there. So you want to access the Telegram group. Also, you definitely want to be in there so that you can get one-on-one training if you want to. You definitely get a handheld experience. Our goal is to create independent traders trading the simple, easy way. That is our goal. So the first thing you need, though, in order to get access, is you have to get the system, utilize the link inside the description so that you can get the system. That's the first thing that you have to do. And then you'll get that access. And if at any time you want the one-on-one session, you can get that if you want to. No pressure. If you want to, you can. But while you're inside of the group, you'll be able to gain additional insights, additional knowledge. I do weekly training there so that you can learn how to maximize the Simplicity Trading system the simple, easy way. So it's definitely a place that you want to be. Okay, so we see that on the dailies. Let's drop down to the 15-minute. Okay, there we go. We're right where we need to be. I can't make this up. We're right where we need to be, inside of the supply zone, which is where sellers hang out, right? So what we can expect to happen is for price to drop. And when I say price dropping on the Euro USD, we expect for the dollar to get stronger, right? And when the dollar gets stronger as a secondary pair, you're going to see a drop. That's what you're going to do. Now, of course, entry confirmations have to be met. I'm not going through that here. That is what you'll basically learn inside of the Telegram group and the one-on-one sessions if you choose to take advantage of that. Okay, so that's Euro USD. Let's do another Euro just to show you. Let's do odd USD, Aussie USD. Let's go to the daily. Okay, remember USD is secondary, so we're looking, if the dollar is gaining strength, we're looking for a bearish move on the secondary pair for the dollar, right? And that's just where it's going on the daily. So when we drop down to the 15-minute, we should see price inside of our sell zone, preparing to do what? Preparing to drop. All of this was there you go. You're right in there. You're right in there. And just by knowing what the DXY is doing, it confirms what's happening on the chart. And then you can see the power, in my opinion, and the accuracy of the trading system with our supply and demand zones. It gives you the visual that, hey, price is in the sell zone. That's the supply zone. Price is in the demand zone. That's the buy zone. And it all confirms one another. And remember, we've already identified divergence, right? So let's identify divergence on the secondary pair, right? So where's price going at this point? Price is what? Is moving up, clearly, right? So let's look at our MACD, right? And we're looking for divergence there, right? So price is going up right here. What's happening on this area here? So we're connecting points, right? We're connecting points right there. So we have, this is a little funky, right? It's a little funky and looks like, whoops, just connecting a point. Now price is definitely going in the downward motion. However, I'm sorry. It's going in the downward motion because price is not, we're connecting the high point, right? We got the high point here and we're looking for that point right there. But look, you have a little flat line, right? It's a little flat line and it does have a little swoop right in here in the upward direction, right? So the divergence right here isn't as defined yet. That's the key. It's not as defined yet. And that all makes sense because we just got our big arrow inside of the supply zone. So this is overall still bullish, but we're in position. That's what price is telling us. We're in position. So this has to, get in position as well. Let's go to the higher time frame though, and let's look and see if we have divergence here. Okay, so we're going up here, and what is price doing? We're flatlining. We're we're kind of going down here, right? See that swoop right there, but this is more flat to me, right? So price is still working itself out. Well, it's still working itself out from this low point right in here to this low point right in here is more flat, right? So that's an indication of consolidation. Okay, and what we do know is this is going up, but we cannot clearly see that it's going up here. It's kind of in a neutral zone. And that is the reason why you see what you see on the 15-minute as well. So price is still making its way, doing what is setting itself up. And every pair has its own behavior. So this is Aussie. So, you know, of course, it's trading against USD. We're clear on USD. We're clear on that. But Aussie has a different behavior. So things it's going to take time, right, to do whatever it is it's going to do. But what we do know is that the dollar is going to gain strength based on the DXY. So we do expect for the dollar to drop on Aussie USD once it gets into the zone. And that's what we're seeing here on the 15-minute. Okay, so it's in position. It's in position. Let's go down to the 5-minute. Learning the DXY gives you leverage. So now we're on the 5-minute. Okay, so prices start. You see some bearish candles starting to come in. The volume of the candles is still pretty low, but the activity is starting, and that's what we're looking for. The activity is starting. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so now you can see a little more divergence, a little better here on the 5-minute. You have your point right here, and it's going what? Down. It's going opposite. We're going up here, we're going down here, and that's what we're looking for to confirm divergence and also confirm that price wants to now go in the opposite direction. Everything lines up, guys. It's beautiful. Okay, so that is Aussie USD. And okay, so let's do the daily USD JPY. Okay, USD JPY. What are we looking at on USD JPY? So remember, USD is the primary pair, right? Price is preparing to do what? Go up based on what we saw in the DXY, right? So what are we looking at here? We see that price is where? It's in the buy zone, where buyers start to accumulate and push the market up. And that's what we're seeing, true to form. What is the trend? The trend is bullish. The trend is bullish, okay? But we're really looking at price and what price is doing. But the trend being bullish is definitely a plus as well. Definitely a plus as well. But we're looking at price as it relates to the DXY. We're not really so much looking at the trend. Okay, so that's what we have here. Price is down inside of the demand zone. And on the 15-minute, what is happening on the 15-minute? So the demand zone, we're looking for bullish activity, right? Okay, so it came out on the 15-minute. It came right on out of your demand zone. Did exactly what we knew it was going to do, right? Did exactly what we knew it was going to do. Nice move up too. Nice. Now, I don't typically trade on Sundays, but this was a nice move. This was a nice move. And all of that because what? You have your simplicity system telling you what price wants to do. Get the backstory. I just explained the backstory of the dollar. The dollar is gaining strength. It wants to gain strength. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And you could have capitalized on that. So that's USD JPY. And I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to call it a day. I just want to show you simple, easy ways that you can trade without pulling out your hair, without having to stay up all night trying to figure out what in the world all this stuff means. Simple 1, 2, 3. That is what you're going to get at Trading Made Easy here on YouTube and inside of the Facebook group and inside of the Telegram group. You don't have to stress with this. Very, very simple. And I'll just be sharing with you simple ways to look at the market and use that information to leverage yourself in your trading position. So let's do GU. Let's do GU. Okay, GU, we are, now remember, USD is the secondary pair. So what are we looking for? We're looking for bearish activity, right? That aligns with the strength of the dollar. So what that says is that when we get that bearish activity, that's telling us that the dollar, right, is stronger. The value is stronger than the GBP, the Great British Pound, at that time. That's all that means, okay? And so what we should be looking for is for price to be up inside of the supply zone, signifying to us that sellers are going to start coming in, and that price wants to start coming back down. And so if we drop to the 15-minute, because we don't have a clear divergence yet on here. We don't have a clear divergence yet on here. Okay. Yeah. So we got to, let's go down to 15-minute, because you don't want to force price. You don't want to try to make stuff fit so that you can convince yourself that you're doing the right thing. No, you're not. You're doing the wrong thing, and it will bite you. Price will always tell you what it wants to do. We just have to wait for it. So price is inside of the zone we need it to be in, which is the demand, the sell zone, the supply zone. Sellers will start to accumulate in here, right? And then of course your entry confirmations will let you know when to enter into the trade. So that's what I wanted to share with you all today, how we use the DXY to help us trade the dollar, basically. And you can just trade the dollar pairs based on that and do very, very well, because it's telling you what it wants to do. And of course, our system does a fantastic job of telling you that as well. And so the only other thing that you would do is follow your entry confirmations. Your entry confirmations have all the rules need to be met. Okay, all the rules need to be met. So if you're interested, go ahead on and access the link, get your system first and foremost, and then you will get access to the Telegram group. Inside the Telegram group is where you're going to get additional support, great support, more support than you would ever get in a lot of groups. And I know of a lot, right? I've been doing this now for a little over 3 years. And, you know, I'm just proud to say that the support that you're going to get inside the Telegram group is second to none. If at any time you want to have a one-on-one and just get that specialized attention, you can certainly request that, and you'll have information and access to that information inside of the Telegram group. And what you're going to get there is absolutely phenomenal. But all of that information will be there. And if you so choose, you'll have it at your disposal. So with that being said, I'm going to call it a night, and I'll see you guys on the next training video. Have a great night. Bye-bye.